So, I was talking about the conversation which the lawyer and the beggar have. The beggar is no more a beggar. He, in fact, works at the notary's office and he's doing very well for himself. And the lawyer is very pleased with Lashkov and also with himself because he feels that it is owing to him that Lashkov has turned into a new leaf and he could figure out what to do with his life. And today he's got a stable job and a stable income. And the lawyer, very patronizingly and very condescendingly, tells Lashkov, "Well, I see, Lashkov, my words have had an effect upon you." And uh, and he says, yeah, so and he's very pleased with Lashkov, and he says, "I can see that my words have had an effect upon you, and I and it's really wonderful to see you like this." And Lashkov just looks at the lawyer and he says, "But it was your cook Olga who really saved me." And the lawyer, this now it's the lawyer's turn to be taken aback, and he says, "How was that?" And the beggar tells him, "Why? It was like this. I used to come to you to chop wood, and she would begin, 'Ah, you drunkard, you God forsaken man, and yet death does not take you.' How often she upset herself, and how many tears she shed over me, I can't tell you. But what affected me most, she chopped the wood for me. Do you know, sir, I never chopped a single log for you. She did it all. How it was she saved me. How it was I changed, looking at her, and gave up drinking, I can't explain." So, this is the revelation and the final twist in the story, which is completely unlikely, right? And unexpected. So, it is actually not the lawyer who is responsible for this transformation in Lashkov, but it is Olga. And it also speaks a great deal about impressions and perceptions. If you remember, the only occasion when we get to see Olga is when the lawyer instructs her the first time, and the second time when he sees her asking the beggar to chop the wood. After that, the lawyer really doesn't follow through. He doesn't ensure that it is the beggar who is chopping the wood. And the impression that we get of Olga is that she's a grumpy woman, she's sullen faced, and she doesn't like anyone interrupting her or encroaching upon her space. And when we look at this part of the story, when we come to the end of the story, we realize that we had this perception only because we were probably looking at Olga through the lawyer's eyes. And different people can mean different things to different people, right? So for the lawyer, he had a different perception of Olga, and for Lashkov, she is the game changer. She is the person who does all the work for Lashkov, and she doesn't take any credit for whatever hard work she puts into uh, the business of chopping wood, and she makes sure that he keeps earning his ruble so that he can earn a living till the time he has found himself a stable job. So, in this manner, suddenly, towards the end of the story, it is Olga that emerges as the main protagonist of the story, and she kind of overshadows the other two characters. So, this is the kind of technique that Chekhov would use, and he would kind of ruffle the feathers of complacence which his readers would be experiencing. Suddenly, he would introduce these twists and turns, and suddenly he would turn the story on its head. So, this is what the story is all about. So, it wouldn't be wrong in a way to say that Olga is the main character, and in fact, she is the catalyst, she is the agent of change in Lashkov's life. It also speaks volumes about the two men who are both very smug and complacent in their own places.